Good evening. Welcome to Lineberger Stadium on the campus of South Point High School for the Red Raiders and the Mountaineers tonight in is this week 8?
I think
This would be week 8, 9, and 10 next week. So this is week 8. Mountaineers 5-2 face strangely another 5-2 team, the Red Raiders tonight. Audio only broadcast, so if you're looking for visual evidence, you're not going to find it. We'll try to do your best. I'm Drew Fulton along with Craig Short. Craig, you had dinner on the way over. Where'd you eat?
I ate at Ray Nathan's.
Nathan's?
It's phenomenal.
I see a restaurant over here that I kind of came the back way, and I seen a restaurant I've never seen. Catfish Cove.
I saw that too, because that's the way it brought us from Ray Nathan's, and I didn't know it existed either.
No, but they had a good crowd out front.
They had a really good crowd. I like going into Ray Nathan's. Is for the old heads that might be listening. That's down there where Twin Tops and Linebergers and Graham's Fish Fry used to be, and Graham's is actually. Well, Ray Nathan's is now Graham's. But, yes, I highly recommend it if you like barbecue, smoked chicken, turkey, good southern sides. It's a good place.
Well, good. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll discuss both of these teams and talk about some other games going on in the area. It's KMHS Sports, brought to you by the Kings Mountain Touchdown Club and sponsored pregame by these fine folks. Stay with us. We'll be right back after this. The Mountaineer pregame show is sponsored by Kimberly Spicer, attorney at law and CPA. HSI Land Development. Bridges Hardware. Point 135 Real Estate. Porch Container Service. Spake Concrete Products. Cody E. Barrett, DDS. And Sky Country Transportation. Back here live at Lineberger Stadium, getting ready for the Mountaineers and the Red Raiders tonight. I see our band entering the stands on the other side. We've got the Red Raider band. It's their senior night tonight, so they'll recognize them at halftime. You'll get to hear some of that. You won't get to see it, but you'll get to hear it. So stay with us for all the action whistle to whistle from first quarter to the last. So stay with us. Let's open up with South Point. South Point coming off a big win at North Gaston, 53-0. But I want to go back 1 week further. They played at Crest. They took a big loss, 42-7. Kind of stunted. I think they felt the same sting as we did last week with Ashbrook.
Yeah, and I think from what I had heard, and we're updated as we were getting score updates on that game a few weeks ago, it sounds to me like it was the same exact way it was for us against Ashbrook for South Point. When things went south, they went south, and Crest capitalized. So, I mean, kudos to Crest because they capitalized on it, but I think South Point had a bad night, and I know they turned the ball over 2 or 3 times. Crest scored off of those, so you had a huge difference there. So I'm looking for both of these teams to – I mean, they're hungry. They're playing for seeding, and so this is definitely going to be a very tough game.
I think I've heard somebody describe it. It may have been you, just like it was for us last week. It was a bad night to have a bad night.
Yeah.
And they described it just that same way up here.
Yeah.
The first quarter, looked good. Everything was moving. Then all of a sudden, just, one bad thing happened, and all just kind of slid downhill for them.
Yeah.
So they come in 5-2. They've lost to Ashbrook. They've lost to Crest. They beat North Gaston last week. On their schedule still to come after tonight, they have Forest View here, which is a big Gaston County rivalry. And then they play at Ambassador Christian Academy, which I've been told plays at Johnson C. Smith. I'm sure they were trying to fill the schedule just like we were with Bandy's, and that's just where it got filled at.
Games became scarce.
Let's take a break. When we get back, we'll talk about Mountaineers coming in this game. Stay with us. More coverage on KMHS Sports, brought to you by the Kings Mountain Touchdown Club. Back after this. The Mountaineer pregame show is sponsored by Kimberly Spicer, attorney at law and CPA. HSI Land Development. Bridges Hardware. Point 135 Real Estate. Forge Container Service. Spake Concrete Products. Cody E. Barrett, DDS. And Sky Country Transportation. Back here live at South Point High School as we get ready for the kickoff, not too long away. Looks like about 22 minutes before kickoff. Mountaineers, of course, in their away whites, black helmet, black numbers, and South Point comes in tonight completely red from head to toe, helmet, socks, shoes, red throughout. So I've seen it 1,000 times as we got into the stadium. Go Big Red. So that's what they do. All right, let's talk about the Mountaineers last week. You were there.
Yes.
You saw what happened.
Yes.
I tried to watch what happened on the Facebook Live. It looked like Kings Mountain had a great opening drive, able to get a couple threes and outs, and then came back and stalled a little bit, missed the field goal. And everything seemed to slide downhill after that.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it on the coaches show this week. They started, I think, as well as they think. They could have wanted to. They were on defense first. They stuffed Ashbrook, went down and scored on a methodical drive. They didn't score quick. And second drive stopped them again, got another one, drove down. They were doing what they wanted to do defensively and offensively, and it seemed to kind of snowball after the turnover because we turned the ball over, and Ashbrook had a short field, scored, and then it was, off of another mishap, they scored again. It's 17-7 before you know it, but then we throw a pass at the end of the first half on a 4th and 20 that was almost completed. I think, you score that going into halftime, even though you start out the second half on defense, that would have given us a shot in the arm. But we just couldn't get out of our own way. Our defense was a little bit gassed because our offense couldn't sustain drives. Our defense started giving up stuff. So I believe everybody by about the third quarter, we're ready to get out of there. And sometimes those games can teach you a lot. I hope our men learn from it, and I hope they rebound tonight because, this is a tough test to come into after a game like that. Because here's the thing, even though they lost as badly as they did, I know they put a lot of emotion into that game. They really wanted to beat Ashbrook, just like they really want to win tonight. But it took a lot out of them to get ready, and so it's going to be tough.
Well, Kings Mountain is on the field, and they're warming up. The Red Raiders have already gone into their locker room to get ready for this game. We'll take a break. Stay with us. More Mountaineer pregame to come right after this. The Mountaineer pregame show is sponsored by Kimberly Spicer, attorney at law and CPA. HSI Land Development. Bridges Hardware. Point 135 Real Estate. Forge Container Service. Spake Concrete Products. Cody E. Barrett, DDS. And Sky Country Transportation. Back here at Lineberger Stadium, Drew Fulton, Craig Short. Thank you so much for joining our audio broadcast. Kind of like the old days with WKMT. And we've seen Scott Neisser up here. And me and Scott's done a lot of ball games together, especially baseball. We've done a lot of baseball games together. So he does the radio for the South Point side. So we'll see him maybe after the game, talk to him a little bit. The Mountaineers getting ready, and they're the band's on the field. They're calling out some seniors and stuff for the band getting ready. Kings Mountain, South Point. What's the keys to this ball game?
Being disciplined on defense, tackling all three phases of the option, not getting down if a big play's given up, because they're going to be a ball control offense and try to keep us off the field offensively. We have to execute offensively, and we've got to eliminate the dumb stuff. We've got to eliminate the penalties and the turnovers. I know that's easier said than done, but we need to do that, and we need to try to call some turnovers. The one thing about this offense, if you can be at the mesh point like you should be, you can cause turnovers on this triple option offense. So let's see if our men can do that tonight. That's going to be the key.
1, 2, 3, 24. Just counting the seniors, 24 seniors on their roster here for South Point. And to my recollection, we have 8.
Yes.
So they've got more experience. We'll just have to see how it plays out. And I agree with you. It's all, it's stopping that three-headed monster. You got the dive, you got the stop, you got the quarterback, then you got the pitch.
Yeah.
And then in the back of your mind, you got to keep thinking, all right, what if he rolls out and passes? So you can't abandon that as well. Let's take a break for our national anthem. We'll be back right after this. The Mountaineer Pregame Show is sponsored by Kimberly Spicer, attorney at law and CPA. HSI Land Development. Bridges Hardware. Point 135 Real Estate. Porridge Container Service. Spake Concrete Products. Cody E. Barrett, DDS. And Sky Country Transportation. Back here at Lineberger Stadium, the national anthem as we get ready for the kickoff coming in about 15 and a half minutes. Let's talk about some games we're going to be looking for during the Caldwell Banker Farm Bureau CNC Scrap Iron and Metal scoreboard. Let's talk about the other big game. Crest is at home today. Well, I call it a big game. They're hosting North Gaston, 1-7 North Gaston. Crest 6-1. We won't talk about that game too much because there's not a lot to talk about.
No.
Ashbrook, they travel to Forest View. Ashbrook, of course, still 7-0. Forest View 2-5. Not a lot to talk about there either.
No.
Let's talk about more games we can't talk about. Forest View or Highland Tech 1-6 travels to West Lincoln 3-4. Anything to talk about there?
No, it's homecoming for West Lincoln, and that's a big deal up there. They're going to steamroll Highland Tech.
Shelby 4-3. They travel to East Gaston 2-5.
I don't think this is going to be much either. East has only beaten 2 really bad teams. Shelby is looking to bounce back after a tight overtime loss to Lincolnton last week.
Cherryville 4-3. Did I say Cherryville?
You did. You need to say it that way so people don't think you're from there.
Cherryville 4-3 travel to Burns, which is also 4-3.
Yeah.
Now on paper, this looks like it's going to be a good game, but
I just think Burns is so much better. I just do.
I do as well. Lincolnton 7-1 at Stuart Kramer 5-2.
Yeah. I think Stuart Kramer is much improved this year.
And
they
really got
do.
Out to such a great start.
They did, and I know Lincolnton is worried. They're worried because they know this could be a letdown game if they're not careful after putting in so much emotion to beat Shelby. But I just think they're better. So I'm going to have to go with the Wolves.
And really the only game that I have on the schedule that is a good game, 7-1 Hickory at 8-0 East Lincoln.
How about that? That's probably for the conference championship, and then I'm going to say they're probably.
To be honest with you, that's probably the best game in Western North Carolina.
Oh, yeah. And I was going to say, and on top of that, not only for the conference, but also that's probably going to be a future late round playoff matchup again. I'm sure I don't see anybody knocking them out. And if it's set up right, they'll come through each other again. Or it's going to be, what I think you're going to see is like them and Crest and Dudley. Still, if Dudley rebounds, looks like they are. But anyway, that's what I'm thinking. East and Hickory are both legit.
Let's take a look at the Big South 5A, 6A right now at the top of the heap. Crest and Ashbrook both 3-0 in the conference. Kings Mountain comes in at number 3, 2-1. And then South Point right behind us, 2-2, followed by 2-2 Hunter Huss. And at the bottom of the list, Forest View 0-3 and North Gaston 0-4. Now, Ashbrook and Kings Mountain, the only two 6A teams in this division. And as we've talked about several times, it's got nothing to do with winning conferences or losing conferences. It's all RPI.
Right.
So that helps us a little bit. Right now in the North Carolina High School Athletic Association 6A, Kings Mountain was 3. Then we dropped to 4. Now we're 7.
Yeah.
And then out of that 7, 2 teams are probably in the East. So if everything was to end today, 1, 2, 3, we could go as high as, 5 or 6.
Yeah, and I'm going to tell you, I know, like looking at what you've got here, Drew, with Charlotte Catholic, Catholic is an anomaly. They've got them up at 2. Now, granted, who they've played. They've played us. I'm thinking of non-conference, and they played Weddington, and they got smoked by Weddington, which Weddington's smoking everybody. But they lost last week to Sun Valley. And I think Sun Valley, I don't know Sun Valley's record. They're typically usually good. What I'm getting at is
4-3.
Okay, so where I'm going with that is I just wonder, I'm still wondering how Catholic is ranked so high. I'm not saying they don't deserve being ranked in the 6A. I just they're ahead of Ashbrook, and I don't understand that. I know the metrics that they use, they've told us, but it would seem to me that Ashbrook would be up there with Watauga, but they're not. But it doesn't matter. We know that at the end of the day, what we're looking for is if we can get a first-round bye, we want to be in that top 16.
Just like the volleyball team.
Yeah.
Okay. Number 1 in the state going into the playoffs, but they get number 2.
Who's ahead of them?
Watauga, which they beat earlier in the season.
That doesn't make any sense.
So where the difference comes in is Watauga plays stiffer competition in their conference than we did.
And see, that to me, I don't know how you would factor that, but there has to be some. Now, granted, this is much better than what we had. However, you shouldn't be punished for your conference. You can't help how bad your conference is or how good your conference is. Come on. But whatever. Okay.
Well, let's take a break. When we get back, we'll get ready for this kickoff. Stay with us. More Mountaineer pregame to come right after this. The Mountaineer pregame show is sponsored by Kimberly Spicer, attorney at law and CPA. HSI Land Development. Bridges Hardware. Point 135 Real Estate. Forge Container Service. Spake Concrete Products. Cody E. Barrett, DDS. And Sky Country Transportation. Back here live at Lineberger Stadium, getting ready for the Mountaineers and the Red Raiders to face off. I remember being in the stadium. What was the year? It was right after Hugo.
Yeah, that would have been Hugo was in 89.
89. 89. We were supposed to play here that Friday night. We could not play because the light poles had been knocked down. Mm-hmm. Couldn't play at night.
Yeah.
So we played it on Saturday, early Saturday afternoon, late Saturday morning. We came in here. They had a running back. South Point did. His name Willie Strange. Mm-hmm. And that was all the talk. Willie Strange, he's going to run circles around the Mountaineers. and we contained him. I don't remember what it was, but it was like he had 15 yards all night long.
That's a good day.
And we came out with a victory here in South Point. So I'll never forget that game. We played here on a Saturday, early Saturday afternoon.
I got a lot of memories in this stadium, being at East Gaston and also at Kings Mountain. And
most of them not good.
No, this is a very tough place to play and win. And I will tell you, I remember vividly several years ago, Kings Mountain won here. Robert Kendrick called a fake punt down here on this end on the open end of the field, and it ended up being really well. Kings Mountain won that night. I also remember in 2015 we played here in the semifinals. It had rained like nobody's business all week long, and the field was awful from number to number down the hash. It literally was a mud pile. I walked out on the field that night to warm up, and my feet were sliding. They had brought a helicopter in that week to try to dry the field, but it did not work. It was awful. One highlight of that game, though, Cooper was a freshman, and our first punt, he was the long snapper. Our first punt was down on this end, on the scoreboard end, and I have a photograph of it still in my phone. They muffed the punt, and he recovered it. One of the greatest photos I've ever had of any of my children playing a sport, and it was on this field. But, yeah, not a lot of luck here.
Why don't I have that photo? I can put it on.
I'll give it to you. Yeah, you need to. You need to put it on the loop. That'd be good.
I can do that.
Yep.
Let's move on to what would Coach Klein do.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fine.
So you got to take one tonight because it's just me and you.
Yeah, but I got to play the video.
Oh, yeah, you got to play the video. Well, they can't see the video. Can they hear it?
Yeah, they can see the video.
This is it. Okay?
Oh, that is right.
Yeah.
This
Sorry.
is the play. This is the play. Okay.
It's not of
the
the
quarterback.
field.
That's
Two
right.
receivers
It's
lined
not
up to
of
the
the game.
left,
That's right.
one to the right. There's a flanker lined up to the left behind the quarterback.
Okay.
He gives the ball. No, he doesn't. He doesn't get the ball. The receiver goes all the way over there to the left. Once the quarterback has the ball, he fakes to the left. No.
Introducing our captains for tonight's game. First for South Point, number 5,
He
Patrick
pretends to
Green.
fake.
Number 8, Cam Crawford.
I don't know where I am.
Number 10, Walker Spargo.
I can't breathe. Oh,
And
this room
number
is going to explode.
75, Gregory Blair.
Hang on here. Take some water.
For Kings Mountain, number 6, Dejon Camp.
All right, what would Coach Klein do? I'm going to, of course, get you to start off, Craig. I'm giving you the reins of the Red Raiders, Big Red tonight. How do you win this game?
You win this game by running our offense, executing it, not getting frustrated if we get stopped, because our offense is designed to find plays that you aren't covering or ways you aren't covering, and limit their touches. We're not going to give them – they have an explosive offense. Yeah, they're down a couple guys, but they still got other weapons. I know they do, and I'm going to limit the touches that they get. And they're deferring, so that says a lot right there. Sorry I said that. I'm still in their mode, not in their mode. But, yeah, I think if they run their offense and execute, they can win for sure.
All right, I get to do one tonight. I'm taking the reins of the Mountaineers. I want to first establish the run. I mean, when I got up here at the press box, that's all the people here in the press box could talk about. Well, Kings Mountain's going to pass on us all night long. We need to set the run up.
Yes.
And not open the pass up until we have to.
Yes.
The pass to me needs to be secondary tonight. We need to stay on the ground, eat some clock up, get some yards on the ground, and then let that open up our passing game later on down the road if and when we need it. I know we're banged up on receivers. I think we're going to be short two receivers tonight.
Yeah.
So let's run the ball.
I agree with that, Drew, and I know we're doing Coach Klein, but I want to say this. I do agree with you, and I think our offensive line is out to prove something tonight. We ran the ball decently last week, especially at the beginning, but not after the first quarter, second quarter maybe. I think they're up to planning, trying to establish the run game. I agree with you. We definitely need to run the ball, because what it does is not having Hopper, God bless him, so glad he's better but not recovered, and not having Tex. We need the run. We do have receivers that can catch the ball. We got a quarterback that's versatile, but we need to be able to run the ball. I agree with you.
All right, let's take our last break here at pregame, and we'll be back for the kickoff. Stay with us. Mountaineer football will come right after this. The Mountaineer pregame show is sponsored by Kimberly Spicer, attorney at law and CPA, HSI Land Development, Bridges Hardware, Point 135 Real Estate, Quartz Container Service, Spake Concrete Products, Cody E. Barrett DDS, and Sky Country Transportation. Back here at Lineberger Stadium, getting ready for the kickoff. South Point did win the toss. They deferred to the second half, so the Mountaineers will open up tonight. They'll be moving from right to left, once again wearing solid white uniforms, black numbers, black helmets, and South Point tonight all red with white numerals, and just a little bit of white, but they're all red tonight for Big Red. Back deep to receive for Kings Mountain. Number 9, Isaiah Branch. Kicking off Mason Hovis. The ball goes deep. It's returnable from the 5 up to the 20. He's going to make a cut, get right up in the middle, across the 25, and not get much more than that. Branch on the return. Mountaineers will start 1st and 10 from around the 27-yard line.
Big run. Cameron Long in on the tackle. Kings Mountain will start from the 27-yard line.
Mountaineers come to the line of scrimmage. Bell, your quarterback. Cameron Hauser in the backfield as a running back right now. Hand off to Hauser on the right side, makes a cut inside, picks up 2 or 3.
He was patient with his run right there. He let it develop in front of him. Offensive line had a reach right block, and then we kicked out on the end. So he did a great job waiting for something to develop.
On the tackle will bring up 2nd down.
2nd down.
And 4. Well, make it 6.
2nd and 6 for the Mountaineers. 3 receivers set, 2 to this side, 1 to the high side.
Single setback.
Hands it to Hauser to the far right side, this time on the sweep. He'll pick up the 1st down and then some, get past looks like right at the 40-yard line. So that's a 1st down Mountaineers on a good carry.
Jim Miller in on the tackle.
Almost like a sweep. I can't tell if it was a designed to go inside, and Cam took it a little farther outside up the sideline, but a good play because we had stuff sealed off inside. Drew, I want to say I look across the field. It's great to see Dom Davis is dressed out tonight, number 51. He's been trying to get back all year after a season-ending injury last year, and he's dressed out. Good to see him. Maybe he'll get to play.
I can't honestly tell you the last time I've seen Dom Davis dressed out.
Yeah, it's been a long time. And I know he feels good just to be in his uniform. So Hauser with the run again, Drew. He got a couple yards, so we're up to about the 43, maybe 42. So maybe we got 2 yards. 2nd and 8. So far, Drew, like we talked about early, looks like we're trying to establish, a good feel by going with the run, 3 straight plays. So as Drew said, too, we've got Dubs to this side, single receiver top, hand off to the left or to the right again.
Right again, Hauser,
South
the
Point
ball
does a good job
carrier.
that time.
They stop him behind the line of scrimmage.
Looks like he's back to the original line of scrimmage. They're losing the 2. Zeke Pruitt, number 9, comes in and makes a good play.
3rd and 11.
So far what we've done is we've kept the ball. Looks like we've run the ball. We're keeping the ball on our hash. So not back to the original line of scrimmage. Only gave them a loss of 1. So we're back to 3rd and 9. Same formation. It's really dub set because we've got a wing back to the top right.
Bell calls the signals, rolls out this time, tries to find a receiver open, and he does. Is completed past the 45 to the 47, but he's going to be short.
About 4 yards.
Up to the 47-yard
and brings
line,
up 4th down.
which will be 4th and about 3.
And they're on their side of the field, so it being 4th down, unless they just try to draw them off sides, I don't imagine us going for it right here.
Yeah, I don't either.
Not this early in the game.
So we've got 4th and 3.
But we have seen stranger things.
Yeah.
4th and 3
on our
for the
47.
Mountaineers deucing their offense out there.
Got trips right with a wing back, single set back here.
And they try to draw a soft
And we
point
do.
off, and they do. So that'll cost them 5 and a first down. Mountaineers, they did exactly what they wanted to do.
And they're pulling that guy out of the game. Let me tell you something. Everybody gets mad at the guy that jumps off sides, but you got to remember these kids are so jacked up and ready to play on defense. I mean, it's hard to sit still, and nobody feels worse than the guy that made the penalty to give them the first down. So now we got 1st and 10 on the 48.
And he's sitting alone.
He's sitting alone by himself. Bless his heart.
He won't make that mistake the second
No,
time.
he will not.
Bell calls the signals 1st and 10.
Pitch
out to Hauser, and he's met in the backfield quickly by the Red Raiders, and they're going to lose maybe 4 yards on that play.
Yeah, Colt Dixon grabbed his helmet like he knew that guy just absolutely crossed his face and went down the line of scrimmage and got us in the backfield. We lost 4. Great play by their defensive tackle.
So 2nd and 14.
Man.
Bell runs, gets the play, comes back to the huddle. Still a 3-receiver set, single receiver to this side this time, to the wide side. Hands right up fakes it right up the middle, throws the long ball, looking for a receiver, just overthrown, incomplete. Brings up 3rd and 14.
It was intended for Isaiah Branch up to hash. He was open. He just overthrew him. I'll also say, too, Drew, something that I've not seen South Point do defensively in all the times I've coached against them, and maybe I just haven't paid much attention, but they're running a 5-man front. And they're only leaving one backer in the middle, and they're letting the outside backer roam on the top left or top right for us. Now it looks like they're about to go 4-man front, but they're putting some 50 front up there against us some. That's going to cause us some issues if we're not prepared for it. I don't know if the coaches were ready this week or not.
Man in motion, Bell back to throw, rolls to his right, tries to find an open receiver, and he does. It's completed all the way down across the 30.
That was a great ball and a great catch for Kavion Byers, the freshman. He got behind the coverage.
So about a 30-yard play, Mountaineers pick up big yardage, and a first down from the 22, 1st and 10.
So the thing there, Drew, is what you see a lot of times. The receiver, the corner got caught looking in the backfield, and when he did, our guy just ran right past him.
So 1st and 10 from the South Point 22.
So we have a wing set.
Just right outside of the red zone.
Sorry, Drew.
Man in motion gives it to the speed back, coming around the left side this time, trying to get to the corner, and does take the corner, but gets thrown out of bounds after a good pickup and a flag on the play.
Coming in from the umpire from there over toward the 20-yard line, it's going to be holding, I'm sure. That was an end around Isaiah Branch, little pop pass off of motion into the South Point sideline. But it's going to be holding on Kings Mountain. Our guys are already backing up.
Officials talking it over. And it is a hold.
Nope, blocking the back. Sorry, Drew.
Back against Kings Mountain.
Same concept. It's a 10-yard penalty from the spot, so it's going to be.
Blocking the back.
So it'll move the Mountaineers back further away from the red zone.
We'll move it back to the
So all the way back to the 30-yard line. So still first down. So about 1st and 17. Bell calls the signals. Drops back to throw again, looking for the corner. He's got a man open. Can he get there?
Nope.
Nope.
Went through his
Incomplete.
hands. Oh, my goodness. Come on. Isaiah was wide open, and KJ put the ball right on the money on the front shoulder, and it went right through Branch's hands. My goodness.
That's actually Hutchins, I believe.
will bring up second down.
Is that number 9? Is that 5?
That's 5. That's
I
Hutchins.
apologize. It looked like 9 to me. So Xavier, he doesn't drop those much. I don't know how that got through his hands. That was a beautiful ball by KJ. So bring up 2nd and 20.
Hauser still the running back. Bell calls the signals. 3 receiver set. He's going to throw again over to Hauser. Just kind of a little bubble screen, and Hauser can't hold on to it. So 3rd down. 3rd and long. I think he was thinking about turning it upfield before he actually caught the ball.
It's the stuff like that I know drives Coach crazy, because those are just errors that you cannot give and do against a team like this. I mean,
and those are easy.
Yeah.
Normally easy pass plays.
Well, and it's just like on the run. I mean, if it was a legitimate block in the back, I mean, it kills your run, kills your momentum, and then we've got 2 passes right there that we dropped that should have been
back
caught.
to throw. He's under pressure. Throws it number 6. He gets to the original. It gets close to the original line of scrimmage.
Get Miller in on the tackle.
It's Camp on the reception. Be 4th and long still for the Mountaineers. But they're in a better field position to go for it right here than they were before, if they had to.
Yeah, but, I mean, again,
I don't think they would have gone for it before.
No.
I think they did exactly what they intended to do, and was trying to draw South Point off sides. And I'm not saying they won't try it here, but they're close enough to run a play from this position. 3 receiver set. He drops back. Bell to throw it. He's going to throw it to the corner.
Hit him in the helmet.
Incomplete. That's Hutchins again.
Man.
Incomplete. He was covered.
Bring up 4th down.
So turnover on downs. Mountaineers will go on defense. They'll turn it over at the 27-yard line. South Point will get their first opportunity to run offense right here.
It was a good drive, but you wish you just could have gotten some points. So there it goes.
South Point draws Mountaineers off. That's 5-yard penalty really quick on the first play from scrimmage for Big Red.
1st and 5 from the
So 1st and 5.
33.
1st and 5 from the 33-yard line. South Point comes out in their traditional double wing formation. Man in motion, gives it to the pitch man. He's got some running room. That's number 7. They're going to tackle him before he gets to the 50-yard line. That's Ledford, the wing right there. Gets a big first down for South Point.
Drew, the problem we had there too is our pitch man came up and he went inside. He went inside the block. I mean, he did a good job forcing the pitch inside, but he himself went inside of it, so there was nobody there. Hurt us a little bit. We'll adjust.
So a first down for South Point. They'll stay in that same formation, red bone formation, double wing, fullback, man in motion. Gives it to the fullback this time. He's got some running room. That's number 33. He'll pick up a first down and maybe 3 more. That's number 33, Pless, the ball carrier. He's a sophomore, and he's a big boy. Official timeout. We've got a Mountaineer down, one of our defensive linemen. They'll tend to him. We'll be back. Stay with us. More Mountaineer football right after this. KMHS Sports is brought to you by Christy Sellers with Howard Hanna Real Estate, JWH Contracting, Carter Bank and Trust, live life to the fullest, The Venue at Turkey Ridge, Butler's Tire and Auto Service, and John Gamble with Carolina Golf. Back here live at Lineberger Stadium, they're still 10 to, that's number 75, Samarian Dawkins Jr., 6'1", 285. we were just talking off the air how South Point blocks, and a crab block, a low block. I don't. What's the official?
Yeah, and I mean it's part of their offense, and they're so good at it. I mean they are absolutely. I mean they are relentless on the line of scrimmage, and you know that when you come in to play them. And again, it's like I've said so many times, not just the running of the ball. You cannot simulate what they do because their offensive linemen are just so strong and fast. And they're really, really good at the point of contact. They will root, they will crab. They absolutely move their feet and legs all the time, and it's difficult. And so there's a lot of beef in the middle, and they know exactly how to do it. I just hope Sumerian's okay.
What's the rule on blocking in between the tackles?
So you can, I mean, the only rule the only thing that is illegal, I mean, aside from holding, but the only rule that's really illegal on the interior are high-low blocks. And I'll be honest with you, sometimes they're accidental because you might have your partner to your right or left, maybe you want to cut block and you don't know it, which is legal. And you also block him high, and it cuts it in half, so to speak. So those are called a lot of times. You see them, but really, I mean, down there in the trenches, man, it gets dirty and it's tough. And the other thing you run into here, I mean, with South Point being as good as they are up front, that fullback hits so fast. He's right there, literally, at the point of contact. He's so close to the quarterback that the handoff's there, and so they don't have to make a huge hole, as we just saw in the last play. So. Again, hope Sumerian is okay. I mean, they're talking to him. They've got him over on his back. We don't know the extent of the injury or what it is, but I will say that we're going to have to really, really buckle down in the trenches because we knew this is going to be a tough part right here.
Well, they're still tending to him, so we'll take a break. Stay with us. More Mountaineer football to come right after this. KMHS Sports is brought to you by Innovative Pool Design, Long Branch Land and Water, Brittany Austin and Company, Carolina Elite Plumbing Services, where plumbing's done right, Brad Moffitt with Carolina Chiropractic, and Flooring America. Back here at Lineberger Stadium, no score here early in this ball game. We're at a pause in the action while they attend to Sumerian Dawkins. He's down on the ground. Craig was just saying it looks like he brought out some kind of maybe Arab boot or cast.
We were just told by the press box, by the PA announcer, they're waiting on an ambulance. The SRO's out there with him. I saw him calling it in, so it's either his ankle or his knee. I don't want to make light of it by any means, but it's not like it was last week where we had a young man unconscious for a little while. He's sitting up now.
So let's take another break. Stay with us. More Mountaineer football after this. KMHS Sports is sponsored by Pinpoint Fence, the Kingsmount Optimus, M&T Plumbing, the Gutter Guys, Butler's Outdoor Design, CGW Roofing and Construction, TCM Mechanical. Back here at South Point High School, Mountaineers and the Red Raiders still attending to Mr. Dawkins. As reported, they're waiting for an ambulance, which we usually have one here.
That's what they said. They said they didn't know.
They're actually helping him off right now. They brought out a side-by-side and put him in the back of it. They're going to pull him off the field.
Shout out to South Point's trainers and coaches and other personnel helping. They're out there helping our young man, which anyone would do that because no one wants any young man to be hurt or young athlete to be hurt. So shout out to South Point for helping here.
They've been very gracious to us as we're up here in their press box.
Oh, absolutely. This is a great place to come. As I told you last week, one main reason I like to come here is they have bottled diet sun drops.
The only problem I have, and I told him this earlier, and I got a laugh out of it, it was there's just too much red. Too much red on this side. If we could shore that up, that would be great.
And I will say, too, this press box, this is the steepest set of bleachers I've ever seen.
Oh, yes, sir, it is. And it feels like once you go up it 2 or 3 times, it feels like you keep adding steps to it.
Yes, sir.
So they're pulling him off the field slowly. Let's take one last break. We'll be back. Looks like we're getting ready to go here. KMHS Sports is brought to you by Christy Sellers with Howard Hanna Real Estate, JWH Contracting, Carter Bank and Trust, live life to the fullest, The Venue at Turkey Ridge, Butler's Tire and Auto Service, and John Gamble with Carolina Golf. Nope, we are now. Back here live, ran another play from scrimmage. Mountaineers were able to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Actually, well, they're going to give them
they
1
got
yard gain.
Deshaun Camp, I'm sorry, Drew.
Mountaineers able to stop at fullback dive right down the middle.
Deshaun Camp made a tremendous play right there. He came in quickly and he was able to stop the play right in the backfield.
South Point comes to the line of scrimmage. Only one wing this time.
Oh, they've got a little trip set here. They're still going to run the ball.
Hands it to the quarterback keeper this time. He's going to get 2 or 3. That's Patrick Blee, the senior. We've seen him for the past, we've talked about him the past 3 years, I believe.
Yes. He's
maybe the 4 years.
Yeah, 4. He's played all 4 years. Tremendous player.
You have left it running for some time now.
So third down play, looks like third and about a long 3. Which is what South Point wants. If they can get 3 yards down, they're happy with it. Blee pulls them back to the line. Full house backfield, man in motion.
Dive. Nope.
Quarterback's going to keep it. He's going to pick up the first down. The ball comes out, but it looks like he might have gotten it back. But Kings Mountain's fighting for it, and they say we have it.
We'll see in a minute.
They're going to untangle the pile here. The ball come out, and initially looked like Blee fell back on it.
We got it.
But the Mountaineers come up with the ball.
Kings Mountain recovering.
Blee got in the open right there, Drew, and it literally just rolled off his thigh. I mean, it's like as he was running. I mean, I'm pretty sure our guy reached in behind it and poked it a little bit, but we recovered the ball on our own 25-yard line.
And could have easily been a touchdown for Big Red right there, because, I mean, if he hadn't been pulled down there, I don't think we'd have gotten it.
I don't either.
So the Mountaineers will come back with their offense, getting ready to try to move the ball again. Still no score here early late in this first quarter. Bell changes his protection. Hands it to Hauser right up the middle. He's going to get just a few, not much. Bring up second down.
So Drew, it's interesting. They're really working hard on that right side of our offensive line. They see something there. Obviously, we've not run anything back to the left so far, except for that pop pass sweep. But inside, interior running, we're running to that right side a lot. It's going to be interesting to see if that's what we continue tonight. That's over to
so second and 9, 3 receiver set. Hands it to Hauser. He's going to run to that same side, the right side again, and pick up maybe 1 yard.
Hauser again on the carry.
So third and about 8. This chair is not balanced. I have the feeling I'm going to fall.
Get one of those behind you at the
No,
table.
they're too tall.
Oh, okay.
The life of a broadcaster.
Yes, sir. 3:05 left in the quarter. I know you can see the clock. So Kings Mountain's going to have third. It looks like 8, but it's more like close to 9.
So Hauser, once again, the halfback. Bell calls the signal. Strip receivers to this, double receivers to this side. Bell's going to roll out to his right side this time. Looks for an open receiver. Gets one around the 47. So that pass is complete to Isaiah Branch.
Isaiah Branch made a tremendous catch. He bailed KJ out. KJ threw a great ball. He just was under pressure, and Isaiah went up high and pulled that ball down.
So 1st and 10, Mountaineers able to move the ball. Gets out of a dangerous situation there on deep in South Point territory. Twin receivers to the far side, one receiver this side. He's in motion. That's Xavier looking for Hutchins. Hutchins turns the corner, just a little bubble screen pass, picks up maybe 5 to 7 yards, brings up a second.
Pruitt on the force out.
Second, and we'll call it 2nd and 3. So good 7-yard pickup.
2nd and 3.
On that, would you call it a speed sweep?
It almost is, Drew. I mean, it was a pass, but rather than it being a pop pass, he threw it to Xavier as he went behind the line of scrimmage, up down the line, and then we had blockers on the outside. So a well-designed play. I like it. So we've got.
So Bell with a quick pass over to the right side. He's picking up 5, 10, 15 yards before he gets run out of bounds. That's going to be a 1st down.
So Kings Mountain is continuing what we saw them start at the Charlotte Catholic game in getting the ball out very quickly, really quick out routes, hitches, little, just dump passes, and then letting our guys work. And so that's tremendous.
1st and 10 for Kings Mountain and Bale at the South Point 39-yard line. So we're on the South Point side of the ball this time, trying to move the ball a little bit better. We've been down here one other time until it stalled out. Turnover on downs. Hand the ball to Hauser right up the middle, but he's going to be stopped immediately.
He got a few. Let's see what he's got on 1st down.
They're going to give him more than I thought he got. They're going to give him a 3-yard gain, so 2nd and 7.
And Drew, Dom Davis is in the game at guard.
He was a good friend of my son's. They both wrestled at the middle school.
Yeah.
Great wrestler. Man, he's a fantastic athlete.
Well, I'm going to tell you this. I coached his stepdad in high school years ago, and he was a tremendous player, Jacob Guerin.
You are old.
I am very old.
Bell fakes the handoff. He drops back to pass under pressure, looking for an open receiver. Finds one down the middle. He gets it all the way down to near the goal line, maybe the 1-2-yard line.
It was Xavier. But I'm going to be honest with you, Drew. What's interesting about that route is KJ had options. He could have thrown it to Kavion Byers, who was at the goal line, or Xavier.
Bell threw it on a dime, completed the pass all the way down to the 1-yard line. So 1st and goal for the Mountaineers. As we wind this first quarter down, they'll get one playoff. South Point will do some substitution right quick on their defensive line. Under center, right up the middle, trying to push it through.
Set.
It's going to be close.
Officials
waiting
running
for the
official.
Top.
And we're waiting. They're not giving it to him.
Nope, they're going to say he's still on the 1-yard line. So 2nd and goal from the 1. Kings Mountain still saying we got it.
8 seconds left, so we probably will let this just go.
So they're saying the ball come out. It was fumbled, and South Point recovers it on the 1. No, he gave the touchback.
Oh, okay.
So it's going to be bring out all the way down to the 20. And not the 1. So the ball comes out of Bell's hands right there at the goal line. Mountaineers miss a dangerous and great chance of putting 6 on the board and not able to. Now we see the Red Raider offense come back on at the 20-yard line in this closing seconds of the first quarter.
Fullback.
Dive right up the middle. He's going to pick up maybe 3 or 4, which is what it's designed to pick up.
What I don't understand there, Drew, is that has to be a touchdown. I'm sorry. His momentum will stop. There's no way 3 feet he wasn't in the end zone, and then they let the play go and let the ball come out. I think that's a horrible call.
So that's the end of the first quarter. No score on the board. South Point's got the ball, trying to move it. We'll take a break. Stay with us. More Mountaineer football after this. KMHS Sports is brought to you by Innovative Pool Design, Long Branch Land and Water, Brittany Austin and Company, Carolina Elite Plumbing Services, where plumbing's done right, Brad Moffitt with Carolina Chiropractic, and Flooring America. Back here at Lineberger Stadium, no score on the board, getting ready for the second quarter of action. Thank you so much for tuning in to Mountaineer football tonight, even though it's a audio-only broadcast. We thank you so much. Let's see if we can check in with some of the area scores that we've got in the area for the Caldwell Banker Farm Bureau CNC Scrap Iron and Metal scoreboard.
You're going to have to give me a
here
minute.
In a second.
Yeah, because I wasn't ready. Hang on. I apologize.
I said in a second. In a second.
I appreciate that.
I'm trying to rush you, but not too much.
I'm just upset because that's 2 opportunities we've missed to score. I hate that. I'm not so sure we didn't on that last one.
So 2nd and 4 for South Point. They'll come out in their traditional red bone offense. Give it right up to the fullback. He's going to pick up close to a first down, depending on where they spot it. You're going to spot it maybe a yard and a half shy, so 3rd and short.
Bring up 3rd and short.
I just said that. Patrick Blee, your quarterback, along with Ledford and Spargo as your wings. They'll come out in the red bone offense, double wings. Man in motion, gives it to the fullback. Quarterback keeps it himself. He holds on to a first down. It's Patrick Blee. So that's 1st and 10 South Point. They do it so well. I'm looking through binoculars.
Yeah.
And I still miss it because it looks like he gave it to the fullback.
Yeah, because
and he pulls it himself.
And what's wild about it is sometimes, like tonight, their splits have been pretty tight on the line of scrimmage, and sometimes they'll spread you out. And when they're tight like they are tonight, it's difficult to see what he does at the mesh point. The motion over, we've got a wing and a tight end on the right side.
So one wing this time, gives it to the fullback. The Mountaineers pull him down after just a very short game.
Yes, on the carry.
That's number 33 on the carry. Pliss. Pliss. I'm not going to say it really fast, or I'll mispronounce that. Pliss.
Make it 2nd and 5.
Drew, what we've got, Shelby's 14-0 over East Gaston. Hickory's 14-0 over East Lincoln. No score, Ashbrook, Forest View, or Cherryville Burns. Maiden and Bandy's no score. Lincoln's up 14-7 over Stuart Kramer. Crest 14-0 over North Gaston. Newton Conover 13, West Iredale 7. No score, East Burke Chase. And that's the update.
Back to the red bone offense. Gives it right up the middle to the dive again. That's number 33, Pliss.
Pliss straight ahead. Look like it's good enough for
and that's good enough for South Point first down. So he'll pick up maybe 6 yards on that carry. 1st and 10 from right at the South Point 49. So they're trying to get on the Kings Mountain side of the ball, which they have not been all night long. Blee under center. Looks like he changes his protection. Mountaineers rush him.
Just timed it wrong. We got it.
They put the blitz on, and Blee on the quarterback keeper picks up 8 yards. Gets on the Kings Mountain side of the ball.
You know, when you run a blitz like that, you're gambling, and if we'd have gambled right and gone to the left side, we'd have blown it right up, but we didn't. And here we go. So it's going to be 2nd and 4.
Man in motion pulls Kings Mountain offline, but they get back, so no flags. South Point wants it.
They didn't break the line.
No flag.
No, they didn't break it. Dive.
Hands it right up the middle again, gets a very short gain.
He's got the first down.
That's number 33, so that should be very, very close to a first down.
Reining in on the tackle to the 42-yard line.
They're going to mark it short.
The guy on this side,
Third and 1.
it's interesting because they overruled the guy on this side who is the one that marks the ball because it's on his side, and he gave him a first down. And then the line judge at the top backed him up a yard. That's
third and about 6 inches.
Yeah, it's weird.
South Point can get that in their sleep, gets it to the fullback, number 33, Pliss. He breaks through the line and picks up maybe 5 on the tackle. So first and 10, South Point.
8:37.
Odom's in on the tackle.
This is why, I mean, I'm being Captain Obvious here, but this is why missing opportunities to score hurts you, because if they're going to limit your touches as it is because of what they run. They've already run off about 4.5 minutes in this quarter.
Bleed calls the signals. He keeps it himself. Picks up nearly a first down. About a 10-yard gain for Blee.
Odom's again on tackle.
Odom's on the tackle for Kings Mountain.
Second down and 1.
They're going to give him 9 yards, so 2nd and 1 for South Point as they keep just chipping away at it, which is what they do.
Yep. Again, that's why you've got to score when you have the opportunity. I still think we did on the last one, but can't worry about it. We got to move on. Even though I'm having trouble moving on.
Hand back to fullback once again. He's wide open. Touchdown, South Point.
And that's what they do.
And he just broke through the line and nobody there to stop him, and they pick up 6.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, we're loading the box and we're gambling and blitzing and moving. So if they do hit the second level, there's nobody to get him. I hate it.
So South Point will get ready for their extra point as they try the lineup and do they still call that the water bucket?
Yep. And they're running.
And they run it. So they run it for 2, and they get stopped.
Okay, so
no 2-point conversion.
No,
so
he gave it to him.
Oh, did he?
No, he gave it to him. So the same guy that didn't give us the touchdown. God Almighty.
So South Point leads it 8-0. Well, Mountaineers will get to kickoff. Stay with us, more Mountaineer football to come right after this. KMHS Sports is sponsored by Pinpoint Fence, the Kings Mountain Optimist, M&T Plumbing, the Gutter Guys, Butler's Outdoor Design, CGW Roofing and Construction, TCM Mechanical. Back here at Lineberger Stadium, campus South Point High School. I tell you what, with all the building they've had going on around the school, you about don't know this school anymore. It doesn't resemble what it used to. Kickoff to the Mountaineers. Will return it from the 10-yard line up to the 20. He's got a little hold run through. Cross the 30, still on his feet to the 35, and they're going to bring him down right before he gets to the 40. So good return, and Mountaineers will take over around the 38-yard line. 1st and 10, Kings Mountain. KJ Bell brings his offense back out. But with all the construction going on around South Point High School, I don't recognize it anymore.
Oh, no, it's tremendously growing, or growing tremendously, I should say. You're correct. Lots of
there
new
used
growth.
to be nothing out here.
No, I know. We just got to get back out here now that we're back on offense and just do what we've been doing, and we'll be fine.
So Bell hands it off to Hauser right up the middle, bounces to the right side, jumps over a tackler or two. He'll get maybe a 3-yard gain, bring up 2nd and 7.
On the tackle, up to about the 42-yard line. Will be 2nd and 6.
All the way to the 42. The Kings Mountain 42-yard line. Kings Mountain moving it from left to right now here in the second quarter. 3 receivers set to this side. I think that's the first time I've seen trip receivers to one side. Bell hands it off again. He's going to run to the far side. Once again, Hauser picks up maybe 1 or 2.
Hauser on the carry. for about a yard.
Good block by Dom Davis. Dom Davis down there blocking for him.
Jeffries in on the tackle.
When you get an offensive lineman that far down the field blocking for you.
Oh, that's a good sign. I love it. We got 3rd and 5. This is an important drive here because you got to figure if you give them the ball back, you're not going to get it back this half, and then they start the ball or start the second half with the ball. So we need to convert here.
Bell back to throw, looking for an open receiver. Right over the middle is just overthrown. Gets his fingertips on it, but can't pull it in. That's Hutchins, the intended receiver. And Kings Mountain will run their punt team on.
It's a good route. It's a really good route, and he was open. It's just KJ missed it a little, threw it a little high, and we're punting back, which is what we don't want to do because we will, barring a turnover, we're not going to see the ball, I would assume.
So Crawford back deep to receive for South Point. Johnson in to punt it away.
Crawford, back deep.
To Johnson. Johnson gets the ball up. Pretty good kick. Kings Mountain roll to it. He'll cross the 20 down to around the 15-yard line. So able to flip the field. South Point having 1st and 10 around, looks like the 16-yard line. Scoreless in the first quarter. South Point able to put 8 on the board on their last possession. Kings Mountain with at least one good chance, possibly 2 missed. South Point to come out 2 receivers to this near side. Blee and the Red Bone. Keekson himself, he's going to find some running room. Brought down by number 8. That's Feimster. Flag on the play.
We have a flag on the play.
So waiting to see what the official calls. Shot block.
That's a shocker. They don't normally call it. That's what took Sumerian out.
So they call it. That'll move South Point deeper into their own territory, and I mean a lot deeper. Looks like around the 6.
And it's not. It's weird. It's not a chop block. It's a high-low block because you can cut on the line of scrimmage, but you can't cut them if they're engaged up top. But that's what they got called, and that's what you ask for to be called on them all the time.
So
they do
7-yard line is what it's on. Man in motion.
Dive.
They'll give it right up the middle, and he'll get maybe 2 yards. It's number 33, Plius.
Drew,
second and about 14.
Drew, they're doing exactly what they did last year, and maybe they do this all the time, but they're running the play clock all the way down to single digits before they snap the ball.
We'll make it 2nd down.
Under 5 minutes to go here in this first half. Mountaineers would like to get their hands on the ball one more time. South Point will get the opening kickoff in the second half. Quarterback gives it to the pitch man, and he's going to get big yardage. Picks up all the way across to the 30-yard line. First time we've seen the pitch man tonight, and they pitched it to him, and he was wide open.
All the way up to the 29-yard line. Good enough for a South Point.
So South Point moves it to their own 29, 1st and 10.
Yeah, nobody up on the pitch.
Again,
and that's what they do to you.
To all of our seniors.
So you got them pinned. We definitely won't see the ball now this half. Dang it.
2 turnovers in this game so far. South Point with 1, Kings Mountain with 1. Quarterback right up the middle. Let's Blee.
He's
going to pick up maybe 5 on the carry.
2nd
down. 2nd and 5.
Make it about 2nd and 5. And 6.
Two receiver set to the far side. Single wing formation.
Dive.
Hands it to the fullback right up the middle. He's got some running room. He's going to get close to the 50-yard line. Picks up a first down.
48-yard line.
About a 15-yard run there for Bliss.
Good enough for another South Point. First down.
So 1st and 10, still on the South Point side of the ball from the 47. Double receivers to the far side for South Point. One wing. Lee hands it off right up the middle. He's tripped up after a big gain.
Tripped up Ingram. Up to the
7-yard gain, so
44-yard line.
2nd and 3.
2nd and 2.
I think they tripped him at the line of scrimmage, and it looks like he fell about 6 yards.
Well, that's what happens because he keeps his legs moving. Their offensive line keeps their legs moving. I mean, it's. I'm telling you, it's hard. This is a difficult offense to stop, and when they're churning, like right there.
2nd and 2. They'll pick up a first down. Blee on the keeper. He'll pick up 5 yards. They'll get into Kings Mountain territory. 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line.
See, their best defense too, South Point's, is their offense because it keeps us off the field. And you know, we've proven already we're moving the ball. But like, you watch this, he's going to snap it with, hang on, I'm going to tell you. He's going to snap it with 3 seconds on the play clock.
Lee hands it right up the middle once again. That's number 33, Bliss.
So you see what's going to happen here. They're going to hit us dive, and then all of a sudden they're going to pop us with a pitch, or they're going to try to hit a little hot route on us.
So only a 2-yard gain, 2nd and 8.
151, 17 seconds on the play clock.
Back to the double wings.
Dive.
Hands it to the dive this time, number Bliss, and he just keeps going. That's a first down. He'll pick up maybe 10 yards on that carry.
So what's wild about that one is,
good enough for another South Point.
surprisingly, they're not taking a timeout. I thought they might. That was off tackle. That wasn't even a dive. Sounds like the veer.
126 and counting here in this first half.
Dive. Ball.
Ball comes out. Kings Mountain says they have it.
We do.
And they do. Kings Mountain will take over 1st and 10. That's exactly what Kings Mountain needed right now to get the ball back.
Yes,
and they
it
do
is.
with under a minute and a half left. Minute 17. And the Mountaineers will send in their quick offense.
Kings Mountain will have the ball at the 15-yard line.
3rd turnover of the night. 2 of them has been South Point. Both of them fumbles.
I'm gonna tell you something. Even if we don't score here, that was big because they were moving into scoring, and they start with the second half with the ball. So I'd rather be down 2 scores going in, or 1 score than 2 scores because of what could happen coming out.
All right, Mountaineers come out in their normal formation. Hauser, your running back. Twin receivers to the high side. 1 to this side.
That's a false start on
Bell
us. They missed it.
Rolls out, looks for a receiver, tries to find one all the way down the field. No one there but a South Point player, and he couldn't pull it off. He couldn't pull it off either, so incomplete. Hutchins was the intended receiver, but he was triple covered.
Hutchins was intended, but it wasn't anywhere near him, and Isaiah was over to his left. But I'm gonna tell you, we got away with a a false start on Latham Feimster. And I don't know how they didn't call it because he moved way before the snap. That's the thing. We don't need to go for the long ball here.
Minute and 9 seconds.
I think we've got all of our timeouts left. Yes, we do. So
he'll give it to Hauser around the left side. A little bit of running room, but not much. He's going to get pulled down after maybe a 2-yard gain. So still 3rd and long.
We'll bring up 3rd down.
Quick whistles.
timeout.
Timeout. Looks like, did they charge it to South Point?
We have an official timeout.
No, official timeout. We've got a Red Raider down on the far side of the field. So let's take a break. We'll be back with the conclusion of this first half right after this. KMHS Sports is brought to you by Christy Sellers with Howard Hanna Real Estate, JWH Contracting, Carter Bank and Trust, live life to the fullest, The Venue at Turkey Ridge, Butler's Tire and Auto Service, and John Gamble with Carolina Golf. Back here at South Point High School, South Point up by 8 off a touchdown they received in the second quarter. Kings Mountain had some couple opportunities to score. One really good one, not able to put any points on the board. Fumbled. The referees say we fumbled at the 1, and it was recovered in the end zone. So South Point took over at the 20-yard line. And if I'm not mistaken, that series is what led to their 8 points.
Yeah, it is. Because they got it out on the 20 because they gave it to them as a touchback, and then they drove down and scored, and then went for a 2-point conversion, and they converted it. The same referee that gave them the 2-point conversion, even though his back was turned to him when he, quote-unquote, went in the end zone, is the same one that said KJ didn't score even though he was a foot from the end zone. I mean, it's ridiculous. I'm sorry, but it's a ridiculous lack of call. You said you wanted some scores.
Yeah, let's check in with our scoreboard, our Farm Bureau, Caldwell Banker CNC Scrap Iron and Metal scoreboard. Any surprises?
No. Well, this one ended up being good. You know, Hickory was up 14-0, and now that game with East Lincoln is 15-14 East Lincoln. Shelby's up 21-0 over East Gaston. Lincoln and Stuart Kramer are tied at 14. No score reported in Ashbrook Forest View. It's probably nasty. Cherryville, Burns, no score report on Score Stream. I'll find one in a minute. Crest is up 21-0. Burns and Maiden, Bandy's and Maiden, no score. West Iredale's down 21-13 to Newton Conover. East Burke's 14-6 over Chase. And that's it so far. I'll look on Max Preps and get a few more.
So we'll start back again. Bell drops back to pass, rolls to his right, tries to find an open receiver and does.
Get out of bounds.
And he's not able to get out of bounds. That's close to a first down. I believe they're going to give him the first down. But the clock continues to run.
Well, it'll stop for a minute to reset the chains.
And Kings Mountain will go ahead and call a timeout. So Kings Mountain will take a timeout. So will we. Stay with us. More Mountaineer football right after this. KMHS Sports is brought to you by Innovative Pool Design, Long Branch Land and Water, Brittany Austin and Company, Carolina Elite Plumbing Services, where plumbing's done right, Brad Moffitt with Carolina Chiropractic, and Flooring America. Back here, Mountaineers drop back to pass. That's Bell looking for an open receiver, throws it away.
Fell down.
But Mountaineer is tripped up.
He fell down, yeah.
Around the 45-yard line. So incomplete. 2nd and 10, 48 seconds to go. The injured Red Raider earlier, we didn't mention it, number 64, Ashton Oinsby, senior for this team. Defensive lineman. He was favoring his right ankle, or at least his right leg. So he's questionable to return. Bell comes out with 3 receivers, tight end. Man in motion, that's Hutchins. He's going to throw it to Hutchins right away. That's the play we saw earlier. He's got a good block or so, and he's going to run out of bounds after he gets the first down.
Their fans were yelling for a hold on the top. That was not. I will say it was not. I would call it if it was.
So all the way to the Kings Mountain 36-yard line. So 1st and 10 with 41 seconds to go.
And we've got 2 timeouts left.
From the 37-yard line.
That's the second time we've seen that kind of play. Trips to this to the wide side. No receiver to the high side.
Have a tight end up top. Extra blocker.
Bell gives it right up the middle of Hauser. He's got some running room this time. He gets maybe 9 yards on the carry and gets run out of bounds.
Hauser on the carry.
So the clock will stop.
You know, Drew, that's not a bad call right there because it opened up quickly. I'll tell you why. 2 things. South Point is dropping 8 into coverage. So knowing we're going to try to throw the ball, which is what any good defender would do, we're running them off with our receivers. So, you know, with 33 seconds left in the half, we've got the ball just outside the 50 on the 46-yard line. So maybe we can get down. Even if we could get a field goal, I think it would feel better.
46-yard line, Mountaineers, 2nd down. Somebody didn't like something.
We had to waste another timeout. Oh, they're asking to reset the game clock or the play clock.
So they reset the play clock. 2nd and 1. But the yardage is not the issue. Time is.
Yeah.
Bell calls his signals. He drops back, looks for a short pass, gets it. That's number 6, the ball carrier. He'll pick up the first down and maybe 7 more before he gets run out of bounds.
Camp on the carry.
So Camp on the reception. That'll stop the clock once again.
So Kings Mountain's going to have it at the 45-yard line of South Point. 28.9 seconds left. And he did get out of bounds. We didn't have to use a timeout. Good play.
Excuse me.
Wow, that hurt my ears.
Yeah, I know. I didn't reach for the button. So Mountaineers offense comes out. Triple receivers, 1 to the short side. Bell back to throw right away. Hauser stays in the block for him. Look for an open receiver down close. Did he pull it in? They're going to say it's intercepted.
No, it's not. It's not. He didn't have control.
Incomplete.
I tell you what, Xavier almost had the ball.
Almost picked off. They're going to mark it as incomplete.
It was. Xavier almost had it, and then 2 defenders around him, they bobbled it too, and it hit the ground. Great play, actually, by all of them.
Bring up 2nd down.
So 2nd down.
2nd and 10, 19.7 seconds left. Coach Carroll's going down for halftime. We weren't set. Yeah.
Bell rolls out, tries to find a receiver to throw to, and it is complete to
we weren't set. So it's going to be
Hutchins.
Illegal procedure on us. Our receivers weren't set.
Flag on the play.
We have motion against Kings Mountain.
Illegal procedure against Kings Mountain. 13.1 seconds to go. Still 2nd down. Ball rest on the dead even at the 50-yard line.
Ball in midfield.
Bell with 3 receivers to the high side.
South Point still dropping 8.
Bell rolls to his left, looks for an open receiver down front, finds one and runs out of bounds quickly all the way to the 45, 46-yard line. So positive yards, but nowhere close to what we need. 7.6 seconds to go here in this first half. He looked deep, and everybody was covered, so he just threw it to his third receiver.
Yeah, he had to check down, of course. And South Point's doing a good job covering downfield, knowing we need to throw the ball. So my guess is he's going to try to throw something here. He's going to try to throw something here, get some yardage if we could get enough, maybe set up a field goal. We're using our last timeout right now
against Kings Mountain.
I can see Coach Herron's reaction from up here. He's all the way across the field, didn't look happy about that.
So with my record, we still have 1 left.
We should have 1 left because we didn't have to take one on the injury. I was going by the scoreboard, but when you saying that, you're right. I would think you're right, but I don't know.
Oh, I'm always right.
You are right. If you don't believe
Just
me,
ask
just ask
Sarah.
you.
Just ask Sarah.
I know what that answer is going to be.
They'll take a timeout. Stay with us. We'll stay here.
Yeah, we're coming
we'll
back.
stay here. They're going to come back soon enough. We got halftime coming up. Stay with us through halftime. We'll listen to some of the senior recognition for South Point's band, which is Sub Craig's been looking for all week long.
I can't wait. This is the exact reason why I came.
So South Point shows 2 safeties high. Quick whistles. Maybe timeout South Point. So South Point will take a timeout. We'll take a timeout this time. We've got more Mountaineer football to come. Stay with us. KMHS Sports is sponsored by Pinpoint Fence, the Kings Mountain Optimus, M&T Plumbing, the Gutter Guys, Butler's Outdoor Design, CGW Roofing and Construction, TCM Mechanical.
You never know, though. They could be watching on NFHS.
They could.
And
Back
listen to
here
us.
at Lineberger Stadium. You mean you'd actually watch the competition and listen to us?
I
People
hope,
would listen to us.
I hope they do what I used to do with Carolina basketball when Woody Durham was on the call. I'd watch it on television and turn it down and listen to Woody Durham. I'm sure that's not happening tonight with us.
3 receiver sets to this close side. Bell drops back to pass, looking for an open receiver. He's got plenty of time to throw. Now he has to scramble, looking for an open receiver downfield. Throws it all the way down. Nobody there.
No time.
So no time left on the clock. So Mountaineers not able to capitalize on that possession either. We'll go to the half, and the South Point Red Raiders will lead it 8-0. South Point will get the ball to open the second half. So stay with us through halftime. More Mountaineer football to come right after that. The KMHS Halftime Show is brought to you by Ben Engel and On Q Financial, the KM Elite Trailblazers, and Audio Video Designs.
And now for your halftime entertainment, your South Point Marching Band. Followed up by the dance team.
The KMHS Halftime Show is brought to you by Ben Engel and On Q Financial, the KM Elite Trailblazers, and Audio Video Designs.
And now your South Point dance team. How about that dance team?
The KMHS Halftime Show is brought to you by Ben Engel and On Q Financial, the KM Elite Trailblazers, and Audio Video Designs. The KMHS Halftime Show is brought to you by Ben Engel and On Q Financial, the KM Elite Trailblazers, and Audio Video Designs. Back here live at Lineberger Stadium, finishing up halftime right here. Thank you so much for tuning in. Just take a quick look at our Coldwell Banker Farm Bureau CNC Scrap Iron and Metal scoreboard. Go ahead with it.
These are either at the half or going into the third quarter. Burns is up 17-0 over Cherryville. We got East Burke 22-6 over Chase. We've got Maiden 14-13 over Bandies. We have Watauga 21-7 over AC Alexander Central. I gave you that one because they're in 6A, of course. We have, let me get on. I'm looking at Max Prep, so it's taking me a little longer. I apologize. They've got better scores. East Rutherford 21-0 over Patton. Hickory is down to East Lincoln 21-17. Crest is up 35-0 over North Gaston. Shelby's up 28-0 over East Gaston. Stuart Kramer is up 28-14 over Lincolnton. High Brighton 31-20 over RS Central. Ashbrook 14, Forest View 6. If that is accurate, that is a surprise. I did not expect that one to be there. And I think, Drew, that is all of our local games. Now it's saying Crest 56-0 at the half, so score string just updated that one. So I believe, let me double check. I believe that's all of ours.
Well, thank you so much, and thank you for our sponsors. Has been this season: Coldwell Banker Farm Bureau, CC Scrap Iron and Metal. We'll take let's take one more time out here at halftime. We'll get ready for the opening kickoff. Stay with us. Back after this. The KMHS Halftime Show is brought to you by Ben Engel and On Q Financial, the KM Elite Trailblazers, and Audio Video Designs. Back here live at Lineberger Stadium, getting ready for some great action as we get ready for the opening kickoff. We checked our scores. We're getting ready for the Red Raiders will receive the opening kickoff. Just got to see Mike Gann. Thank you so much, Mike. Very dedicated volunteer to KMHS Sports and Kings Mountain program, all the way around. Let's take a break. Stay with us. The kickoff to the second half is coming up next. The KMHS Halftime Show is brought to you by Ben Engel and On Q Financial, the KM Elite Trailblazers, and Audio Video Designs. Back here at Lineberger Stadium, Drew Fulton along with Craig Short. Thank you so much for joining us for this audio-only broadcast. Next week we will be back at home for Hunter Huss. Then the following week we will be back home for Chris. And the next 2 weeks will be streamed, so you'll be able to see it live and in color. Should have our whole crew back with me, Craig, and Lamont. Jeff Johnley on our sidelines, and we look forward to getting back to kind of some normalcy, I guess, in football. Kings Mountain comes to the sidelines. South Point gets ready to receive the second half kickoff. Vance Johnson trots on the field with his tee, gets ready to kick it off.
Again, we'd like to remind you, Player of the Year, to go on WSOC and vote.
Deep to receive, number 8, Crawford. He's a senior here for the Red Raiders.
So keep up the good
He
work.
stands right at the 5-yard line. South Point will be moving from right to the left. Once again, all in red tonight. Helmets, red pants, red jerseys, white numerals. Kings Mountain in their travel whites, white pants, white jerseys, black numerals, black helmets. Vance Johnson gets ready to kick it off.
And welcome back to our second half of play.
So getting ready for the second half kickoff. Crawford stands around his 5-yard line for South Point to receive this kick. And Johnson does kick it deep, kicks it all the way to about the 3-yard line. It's returned up to the 20. He's got a hole to run through. He still gets tripped up around the 35-yard line and falls forward. So a good return where South Point will take over 1st and 10 from around the 37-yard line.
Oh, sorry, Drew, I knocked that over.
Look at you knocking all my
I
stuff
know.
over.
My headset cord got in the way.
At least it wasn't my RC Cola.
Ace, yes, right. Put my other eyes on so I can see.
So South Point comes to the line in their red bone offense, double wings. Gives
Fullback.
it right up to the middle. That's number 33. He's a load stop. He picks up 10 yards, so it should be close to another first down. That's Bliss.
7-yard line. Myers in on the tackle.
He's a large individual to stop, Craig.
Yes. And again,
when you think fullback, you think of this kid right here.
they always have one too. I mean, that's what blows my mind. It's, because they run this offense all the way down into the Little League. I mean, they groom these kids so well. It's such a good program, and they always have a good running back. Good fullback.
Double wing formation. He gives it. He pitch man number 7 to the far right. He's got plenty of running room across the 30, 40. He's down around the 20-yard line. That's number 7, Ledford.
I don't know who 30 is because we don't have him on the roster, but doggone it, he went inside, and he'll see that on film. He had the pitch played perfectly, and he went down inside, and they got it outside of us.
So South Point takes it all the way down to the 22-yard line. That's the second time they run that pitch play to Crawford, and he's picked up big yardage on it. Dive right down the middle, hands off to number 33, Bliss again.
Bliss up the gut.
He'll pick up 7 yards, so 2nd and 3. We'll call it 2nd and 4.
Tight end over to this side.
One wing this time. Hands it right up the middle. Mountaineers are waiting for him that time. He won't pick up as many. He'll pick up a couple. It's hard not to pick up 2 or 3 just falling forward there on the line of scrimmage.
Oh, yeah, and then see now what they'll do is 3rd and 3. I mean, they can give the dive again here. They don't care. They don't care to go for it on 4th down. Of course they're going to, even if they don't gain yards. But now's the time they'll pull it, and Blee will go around the edge. This is perfect time for it. They're real tight in there too.
Lee hands it right up the middle.
Touchdown.
He's got plenty of running room. Touchdown, South Point. No one able to stop Bliss that time, and they put 6 more on the board. 14-0, Red Raiders. So they line up in the, what's the official term for this formation?
I call it the swinging gate.
But they quickly go back to regular PAT formation. They'll kick it this time. It's Hovis, the place kicker for the Red Raiders. Mountaineers are saying that South Point moved. It looks like South Point might be backing up 5.
Hey, that guy over there made a call.
We'll back them up 5 more.
But you're not bitter.
Nope.
Hovis gets ready around the 15-yard line to kick this extra point. The ball is up, and it is good, so they'll add 1 more point to it. Let's take a break. South Point leads it 15-0 here in Belmont. We're back right after this. KMHS Sports is brought to you by Christy Sellers with Howard Hanna Real Estate, JWH Contracting, Carter Bank and Trust, live life to the fullest, The Venue at Turkey Ridge, Butler's Tire and Auto Service, and John Gamble with Carolina Golf. Back here in Belmont, North Carolina, the Red Raiders lead it.
Wilson London set to kick the ball away for
54, London, sophomore, gets ready to kick it off, and he does. Good kick all the way to the 5-yard line, across the 20. He's got a hole to run through, still on his feet across the 35, and he'll get tripped up by Red Raider around the 36-yard line. So Kings Mountain will take over 1st and 10 from around their own 36-yard line. And we'll get to see the Mountaineer offense the first time this second half. And I hate to say it, with the way that South Point can hold on to the ball, each possession counts.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I've been saying too, Drew. I completely agree with you. You've got to capitalize when you have it. And, we've had opportunities that we have not capitalized like we wanted to, and we're going to have to.
Right up the middle to Hauser. He's able to fall forward for about a yard, so 2nd and 9.
So they're going back to the off-tackle run, but they're running to the left this time. It looks like they're trying to hit the B gap pretty hard, or maybe the C gap. I didn't look well enough to see if it was a pull, like a guard pull, like a trap. I'm going to watch a little better, but
they're still running it to the Kings Mountain side.
Yeah, we're still staying on our hash. I'm going to watch a little bit more now. They're trying to set that up, obviously something, but South Point stacking the box pretty good. We've got a 5-man front.
Bell back to throw, looking right over the middle. It's picked off by the Red Raiders. They'll bring it back up the field across the 40.
Drew,
we'll put it back into South Point's hands. And their offense will run back on the field.
I mean, there was not even a Kings Mountain guy anywhere close to him. I don't know where he was throwing the ball. This is about to get ugly if we ain't careful.
From the 36-yard line.
Well, Kings Mountain's defense has been able to slow and stop South Point from time to time. It's those big plays that's really kind of nailed us a little bit. Blee keeps it himself. He's off to the left side. He's off to the races. Nobody can stop him.
He's going to score.
He's going to score all the way down. No, they're going to push him out of bounds no, they're going to say touchdown.
Yeah, he scored.
Touchdown,
he
South
scored.
Point. 6 more for Patrick Blee.
That's on. I'm sorry to say, that's on our quarterback. He floated that ball out across the middle to nobody. And they capitalized.
Or email Wilson London in for the PAT attempt.
So they have, we've had two turnovers, and they've capitalized on both of them.
Correct.
So they'll go for the 2-point conversion. Mountaineers look like they're going to stop him this time. He doesn't get in. So 2-point conversion is no good. So it'll stay 21-0. Stay with us. We've got more Mountaineer football to come right after this.
KMHS Sports is brought to you by Innovative Pool Design, Long Branch Land and Water, Brittany Austin and Company, Carolina Elite Plumbing Services, where plumbing's done right, Brad Moffitt with Carolina Chiropractic, and Flooring America.
Branch center deep for Kings
Back
Mountain.
here, Branch back deep to receive for the Mountaineers. Kicked and not kicked as deep this time. Mountaineers will return it. He's up to around the 20-yard line before he gets brought down. He's not going to make it quite to the 20.
Hutchins on the return.
Isaiah
Crawford
Branch
and others
on
in
the
on the
return.
tackle.
Get off the
Hutchins on the
field.
return. So the Mountaineers will take over 1st and 10 from the 19.
Kings Mountain will start from the 19-yard line.
We'll see how well Bell has a short memory as he comes back out after throwing that interception the last possession. Three receiver set, two to the short side, one to the long side on the far side of the field. Bell hands it off right side this time. He's got a little running room. And if I'm not mistaken, that is the first time Kings Mountain has run away from our sideline.
Yeah, they ran to the South Point, on the South Point hash. South Point side, I should say, on the right hash.
About a 10-yard, 11-yard gain. So 1st and 10 Mountaineers. Hauser was the ball carrier there. Kings Mountain comes out in the same formation.
Those offsides by them. No, they got us from moving. Sorry.
So illegal procedure against the Mountaineers. It'll back them up 5. So 1st and 15 from the 26. And the clock will run.
We're not signaling for some reason. We've signaled every game, and last week we got messed up. And tonight, I've just now realized that tonight's the first night they've brought KJ to the sideline.
Quick throw one time to Hutchins over on the left side. He's got a little running room, but not too much. He'll pick up maybe 7 or 8 on the catch.
I want you to be able to say the play, Drew. What I was going to say is last week it looked like we were getting plays in late, but I think that's not because our coaches were getting them in late. I think Ashbrook was moving around a lot. But tonight we've not signaled one single play. KJ's gone to the sideline, or at least to the numbers every time. So obviously they've changed something this week. Don't know why they got away from signaling.
So 2nd and 7. Bell drops back, looks for a receiver under a little bit of pressure, throws it deep over to the right side, gets his receiver. They're going to say he's inbounds. So it is a catch.
That is a catch.
South Point does not like that call whatsoever, but that's Hutchins.
It was a catch.
Pulls the grab in for about a 20-yard gain.
He got his right foot down.
Pass complete to Hutchins.
He got his right foot down, but his left foot stepped out of bounds after he maintained control. And they just flagged the South Point sideline.
So South Point gets a sideline warning. Ball rests at the 43-yard line of South Point. Kings Mountain on the South Point side of the ball right now.
The official told him exactly what I saw too. I mean, and I'm not trying to be a homer. Xavier got his right foot down with contact, and then his left foot came down once he maintained control out of bounds. So in high school you only have 1 foot down, so it was the right call.
Play clock down to 6 seconds. Bell calls the signals, puts a man in motion.
Pitch.
Quick pitch over to the left side as Hauser trying to get away from him.
Good
He stopped
gravy.
in the backfield and loses a yard. So 2nd and 11.
Big 77 for South Point, the defensive tackle. Just absolutely crossed the face of our offensive lineman, and, I mean, we didn't even touch him. He ran that thing down in the backfield.
2nd and 11. Mountaineers will come to the side. Trips to this side. Bell calls the signals. Quick throw right over to the flats. He's got his man. That's number 9, Branch.
Pass to Branch is complete.
It's going to be about a 6-yard gain. Right over the middle. Just a quick
It's a quick slant is what it is, and it's been
I couldn't say it.
No, you're good. It's been there a few times. Like if you remember in the first half, we had one to Xavier, and KJ just overthrew it a little when it was a third and probably 8. But we need something on this drive. I know that sounds cliche or obvious, whatever stupid word you want to use, but we need to get something here.
3rd and 4. Bell back to throw, empty backfield. He's going to scramble around. He's under a little pressure now. And it is intercepted by South Point, just underthrown. Holt able to kind of pick it up off the ground and intercept the ball. It was just underthrown. Our receiver fell down.
I don't understand I don't understand that. He's got his back. His running back was on a little bit of a bubble to his left, and he had open field in front of him. He dumps it to him. It's a first down, and for whatever reason, he throws back across his body to the opposite hash. That's not a good decision.
So South Point will come out one wing. Quarterback will keep it this time. That's Blee. He'll cross the 40-yard line.
Down to about the 40-yard line.
He'll pick up maybe 6 yards on the play, bring up 2nd and 4.
I'll be Captain Obvious here, and I'll tell you, Drew, you counted 20-plus, 30-plus seniors on this team, and beside that, they're so well coached. This team, any good team smells blood in the water, they will capitalize. I mean, this could get out of hand quick if we're not careful.
Hand the ball off to Blee, the quarterback keeper, and nobody to stop him. He'll get run out of bounds before he gets to the 40-yard line on the Kings Mountain side of the ball this time. So 1st and 10 from the 42 of Kings Mountain.
Dylan Hitton going, first down.
Quick whistles. Okay, now they're going to start the clock. Lee calls his offense. 1 wing this time. Hands it to the fullback right up the middle. That's Pliss. He'll pick up maybe 2 or 3. Not a huge gain. Bring up 2nd and 7.
We'll make it 2nd and 7.
South Point comes back, double wings this time, man in motion. Quarterback keeper gets the pitch. That's number 10 over on the far side. He's got some running room. He crosses the 25. That's Spargo.
On the tackle. Down to the 25-yard
And if
line.
he's related to any of the other Spargos around here, I'm sure he plays baseball.
First down.
All the way to the Kings Mountain 25-yard line. Another 1st and 10 for the Red Raiders.
Let's give a big shout out to our dance team and our cheerleaders tonight. Great job.
Traditional red bone offense, no receivers whatsoever. Man in motion,
Dive.
hands it to the fullback right up the middle. He drags Mountaineers down. He's still on his feet all the way to the 10-yard line. Man, 10 yards. He just kept his legs moving and brings up a new set of chains.
Little John in on the tackle. Down to about the 11-yard line.
He had 2 or 3 Mountaineers and then just dragging them.
1st and 10.
Mountaineer defense at this point has just got to be tired. 2 receivers this time for South Point, 2 up high. Blee under center. 2 wings in the backfield. He's going to keep it himself, go to the left side, all the way down to the goal line, and Blee gets in. They hadn't signaled. There it is. Touchdown, South Point. So South Point will go up.
There goes another boat.
That freshman got taken for a ride right there.
South Point will go up 4 scores right now. And they'll send the extra point team in. The kick is up, and it is good. So South Point lead at 28-0. Stay with us. We've got the Mountaineer kickoff coming up right after this. KMHS Sports is sponsored by Pinpoint Fence, the Kings Mountain Optimist, M&T Plumbing, the Gutter Guys, Butler's Outdoor Design, CGW Roofing and Construction, TCM Mechanical. Back here live at Belmont High School, Mountaineers and the Red Raiders. Red Raiders right now in complete control, 28-0. Kings Mountain's had some opportunities to put points on the board, but just has neglected to do it. Kings Mountain will take it from the 5, 10, 20-yard lines all the way up to the 15 before he's stopped by the Red Raiders. Lots of red uniforms around the ball. Kings Mountain will take it a 1st and 10 from the 26, and there is a flag down somewhere on the play.
It's at the 35. I think it's on us. There are a lot of guys standing around on the kickoff. Just guys get frustrated when things don't go well, and they can't respond. Yeah.
So personal foul against the Mountaineers.
Personal foul against Kings Mountain.
I'm guessing because of where he threw it on the last kickoff, we had a couple of guys doing some stuff kind of late to some South Point guys. Looked a little questionable, and I think we got it again, and this time we got flagged for it.
1st and 10 from the 13. Mountaineer offense will come back out. New running back this time. That's number 7. Goes to the right side, trying to pick up a few, but the Red Raiders are there to stop him.
Myers on the carry. Miller and others in on the tackle.
So they're going to give him 1 yard, 2nd and 9. Bell looking for a receiver. Throws it to his right side, incomplete. That's Byers.
Defended by Hope. We'll make it third down.
So 3rd and 9 for Kings Mountain, still at around the 14-yard line, deep in their own territory. Bell has the signals. Flag on the play.
Kings Mountain takes its
No
first timeout.
timeout for Kings Mountain. No flag on the play, so they'll take a timeout. We will too. Stay with us. More Mountaineer football to come right after this.
KMHS Sports is brought to you by Christy Sellers with Howard Hanna Real Estate, JWH Contracting, Carter Bank and Trust. Live life to the fullest. The Venue at Turkey Ridge, Butler's Tire and Auto Service, and John Gamble with Carolina Golf.
I can't if I wanted to.
Back here live at Lineberger Stadium here in Belmont. Kings Mountain trying to get something positive off this drive, but it's been kind of frustrating for the offense. So 3rd and 9 for Kings Mountain. Bell back in shotgun. Hayes drops back to pass. Rolls to his right, tries to find an open receiver, throws it in coverage, and incomplete. Brings up a 4th down, and the punt team will come out.
Pass intended for Camp falls incomplete. Pruitt on the defense. We'll bring up 4th down.
South Point's done a really good job of coverage down the field.
Yeah, and I mean
They've doubled almost all of our receivers. I'm wondering, if we had Texas and Hopper here, how big of a difference that would have really made in the secondary.
Yeah, well, I mean, the thing about it is that's a great point. It's a good punt.
Good punt. South Point will take it around the 45, across the 50, 45, and he's going to get stopped right there.
There's going to be a block in the back on 14 for South Point.
Flag on the play.
I'm sure it would have made a little bit of a difference. The problem is, it's kind of like your main receiver, if you've only got one main receiver, then they can double cover him, which is what they're doing. I mean, we have got a couple guys open, but South Point's putting extra help over top over Xavier, and I don't blame them. I wouldn't let, knowing that 15's not playing, I wouldn't let 5 beat me, and they're not.
Personal foul against South Point. We'll mark the ball back to the 40-yard line.
So personal foul against the Red Raiders. It'll bring them all the way up to their own 40-yard line. They'll take over 1st and 10 from there. Traditional red bone double wing offense. Gives the pitch to the right side, and nobody there to stop him. Across the 50, he's going to get run out of bounds around the 40-yard line.
I mean,
42-yard line for Spargo.
You know what gets me on this, Drew, is I know that Coach Carroll and the defensive staff prepared for that. I know they did. There is no way, none, that they prepared for a triple option offense and they didn't put somebody on pitch. And for whatever reason, our guy's not getting over there. Ever.
And official timeout number 2, that's Silas Tate's on the ground, and they'll tend to him. We'll step away. Stay with us. More Mountaineer football after this.
KMHS Sports is brought to you by Innovative Pool Design, Long Branch Land and Water, Brittany Austin and Company, Carolina Elite Plumbing Services, where plumbing's done right, Brad Moffitt with Carolina Chiropractic and Flooring America.
Back here at Lineberger Stadium, they'll tend to Silas Tate. He's been banged up a little bit these last few weeks.
He
as well.
has. And, man, he's had a great year so far. He is a tremendous player.
And a sophomore basketball player. I know they're looking. He's looking forward to. I don't want to talk about basketball season, but I know he's looking forward to basketball season coming up. Just a great athlete all the way around here for Kings Mountain High School. Let's take another break. Stay with us. We'll be back after this.
KMHS Sports is sponsored by Pinpoint Fence, the Kings Mountain Optimists, M&T Plumbing, the Gutter Guys, Butler's Outdoor Design, CGW Roofing and Construction, TCM Mechanical.
Back here at South Point High School, Red Raiders in full command of this game, 28-0 Mountaineers. Couple opportunities, especially one really good one to put some points on the board that just could not punch it in, according to the officials. I threw that in there just for you.
I'm going to be honest. It could have made a difference in the game, but right now it wouldn't make a difference at all.
South Point with one wing, fullback. That's Pliss. Mountaineers trying to judge it. The pitch over to 7 on the far side, and nobody's able to stop him. He's across the 20, all the way down close to the 20-yard. That's Ledford, the ball carrier, number 7. He's a junior.
Good enough for another South Point.
So South Point just running that traditional triple option.
And they're good at it.
Ball rested around the 23-yard line of the Kings Mountain side of the ball. 1st and 10. Mountaineers doing everything they can to keep any more points on the board. Hands it to the fullback right up the middle. Flag on the play.
Bliss on the carry. We got a flag on the play.
Bliss on the carry. Might have gotten 2 yards on it. And that's one thing that the defense has been able to do a little bit is stop the fullback.
They have,
it's
except
the quarterback and the pitch that they hadn't been able to stop.
The only time they've not stopped him really is when they've run him off tackle, like when they've run the midline instead of the straight option. Like midline is still basically running it severe, but at the midline he gives it over one gap lower or out more outside. He's gone off tackle a few times, and he's had success on the one touchdown here on the scoreboard end for sure.
So 1st and 15 for the Red Raiders after the penalty. Pitch to number 10, and he's got some running room on the left side. Crosses the 20 to the 15-yard line. It's Spargo. Kind of a quick pitch out of the backfield.
And that ends your 3rd quarter of play.
And that ends the 3rd quarter. We'll go into the 4th quarter. Stay with us. More Mountaineer football after this.
KMHS Sports is brought to you by Christy Sellers with Howard Hanna Real Estate, JWH Contracting, Carter Bank and Trust. Live life to the fullest. The Venue at Turkey Ridge, Butler's Tire and Auto Service, and John Gamble with Carolina Golf.
Back here live in Belmont, North Carolina, Mountaineers and the Red Raiders of South Point. Craig Short, Drew Fulton. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hope you got some great weekend plans. I could use somebody come cut my front yard, cut some grass if you're needing something to do tomorrow, Craig. Just throwing that out there.
How much does that pay?
Just throwing that out there.
Okay, I see.
I'll give you what you're making tonight. So South Point comes out. Second and about 3. One up back wing, hands it to the fullback right up the middle. Mountaineers able to pull him down after a pretty good sized gain. That's enough for a first down, and they'll get first and goal.
We'll make it first and goal from the 9.
There again, Drew, he went, they've moved him out to a little off tackle run instead of straight up the gut, but it doesn't matter. We just don't have an answer for it. Dive, straight dive.
Straight up the middle, and that's not, they must have pulled Blee out. That's number 12 as a quarterback. You pronounce that Rump?
I didn't even look, to be honest with you.
Number 12 for South Point.
Yeah, I'd say Caden Rump.
Flag on the play. Appears to be against South Point. But they're talking it over. Ball rests around the 7-yard line right now, but the flag's on the play, and the officials is coming in to talk to the coach.
Offsetting personal fouls.
So personal foul on both sides, offsetting. So the ball will stay exactly where it's at the 7. First and goal. Stay with us. We'll take another look here in just a little bit. Maybe our last look at the scoreboard tonight for the Caldwell Banker Farm Bureau CNC Scrap Iron and Metal scoreboard. So second down from the Kings Mountain 7-yard line. Double wing offense. Man in motion, quick pitch over to the left side. That's 10. Flag on the play. He'll cross and get the touchdown. The Spargo again crosses the goal line, but flag on the play. Threw it on the South Point side of the ball. Holding against South Point, so that'll bring the touchdown back and back them up a little bit further. Still second down. Ten minutes, 49 seconds to go here in this fourth quarter. Quick whistles once again. Delay a game against South Point, so they'll back them up another 5.
I actually thought South Point should have got a reset game clock right there. I don't think that should have been a penalty. They should have got another 40. That's not a good call. That's not a good call. Because of the way that play transpired off the penalty, then they should have reset it when they set the ball, and they didn't do that. That's on the refs on that one.
Man in motion gives it right up the no, quarterback keeps it himself.
No, he pitched it.
The pitch man over on the right side. That's number 7. That's Ledford, and he'll walk in with a touchdown. Nobody there to stop him. South Point up 34-0 right now. Just insult to injury. So South Point in to attempt the extra point. Ball is up. It's long enough, and it is good. So 35-0. South Point will lead it. We'll step away. Stay with us. More Mountaineer football to come after this.
KMHS Sports is brought to you by Innovative Pool Design, Long Branch Land and Water, Brittany Austin and Company, Carolina Elite Plumbing Services, where plumbing's done right, Brad Moffitt with Carolina Chiropractic, and Flooring America.
Belmont leads it 35-0 over Kings Mountain. South Point gets ready to kick the ball off. I said Belmont. They hadn't been called Belmont in many a years.
Hey, you can start it if you want to. Start a trend.
Branch, center deep for King Mountain.
I've always known you to be a trend setter.
So kicking it deep. Branch will return it from the 5-10 up to the 20-yard line before he'll get brought down. He didn't. I think he got to the 20. So Kings Mountain take a 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line. Once again, our last two games in the regular season will be home games. We'll host Hunter Huss next week, and then Crest the week after, and of course that'll be senior night. Two good chances to come out and see the Mountaineers live and in person. So Kings Mountain come out and the 3-receiver set, Twins this side. Puts a man in motion. Bell hands it off to the right side. He's got a little blocking, a little bit of running room. That's number 29, Cameron Hauser. He's back in the game. We've seen Antonio Gomez in there for a few carries the last series.
Crawford in on the tackle. Good enough for a Mountaineer 1st down from the 30-yard line.
So they gave him a lot more than I thought he got. He got 10 yards, 1st and 10, Kings Mountain. Hauser again, the ball carrier, dancing around in the backfield, but he won't make it to the line of scrimmage. They'll stop him in the backfield. You know, with the exception of 1 or 2 plays, Kings Mountain just has never really quite gotten the running game going at all. They've had success passing the ball some, but to me, you know, you've got to get that running game established.
Yeah, and they've tried with what they've wanted to do. I mean, like you said, Drew, there has been some success. It's just been, I mean, South Point, to give them credit, they've done a good job on us up front. We just haven't been able to get guys loose. And then we've gotten ourselves in a hole and not make good decisions with the ball.
Hauser on the right side, a big gain this time. He'll get a 1st down. They'll run him out of bounds across the 40-yard line up to about the 42. So 1st and 10 after we talk about not having much success. 2 big runs for Hauser this series.
Ball will be placed at the 43-yard line for a Mountaineer 1st and 10.
Of course, then again, I know that South Point subbed in a lot of their offense. I would imagine some of their defense is subbed in now too.
Oh, yeah.
But for the most part, Kings Mountain seems to have their 1st string offense back out there. That's Gomez around the right side. He'll get the carry this time. He'll make about 3 yards before he's brought down. A few words after the play. No flags, though. He'll gain 3, 2nd and 7. Yeah, Kings Mountain, you know, we can talk about the youth all we want to, but the biggest problem is just been depth. They've had a good, you know, when we started out the season, you know, we had a pretty good squad, but now with, you know, the substitutions we've had to make because players we've had out and players having to play both sides of the ball that wasn't before, it's really hurt our offensive production.
Gomez again on the carry.
Gomez again on the carry. That's good enough for a first down. First and 10, Kings Mountain on the South Point side of the ball right now, resting at the 45, 46-yard line. First and 10. South Point has their cheerleaders and their dance team on the track, so it looks like they've got 119 cheerleaders.
I thought that too. They got a big crew.
I thought we had a college here. They've got more cheerleaders than they do band members. Hands the ball off, quick turn, trying to get out to the outside. Got a little running room across the 40-yard line. Still on his feet. That's Gomez again. They bring him down finally around the 36-yard line. So it should be enough for another first down for the Mountaineers. You know, we have to call apples to apples and oranges to oranges. You know, we've got some substitution out there for South Point, but this is the type of running game I wanted us to have at the beginning of the game that we could not establish earlier on.
Yeah.
Three receiver set. Tight end also in. Trying to pull South Point off sides. Looks like they do. So offsides against South Point. That'll cost them 5. And a new set of downs. First and 10 for Kings Mountain. 33-yard line. 32-yard line. 3 receiver set. 1 up back. Man in motion. Gives a quick pitch to Xavier around the right side, trying to make the turn. He's going to pick up maybe 4 or 5 on the play.
Branch on the lateral.
Second down, Kings Mountain. Feels like we're running the clock like South Point does now.
I know. I will say this, though, as Coach alluded to, you can work on stuff in this situation. So, you know, let's look to try to find some success.
So handoff right up the middle. No running room there. Gain of a yard.
Gomez up to get. Marcus Island in on the tackle.
So 3rd and 4.
3rd and 4.
Bell gets the play from the sidelines. Brings the guys back out. Gomez still in at running back. He's a freshman. Give it to Gomez on the right side. Got a little bit of blocking. He'll make it back up. He'll make it back close to a first down.
Gregory Blair in on the tackle.
He's still going to be short. So they'll bring it up 4th and about 4.
We'll bring up 4th down. 1 to 27.
Mountaineer offense stays on the field. And Mountaineers will call a timeout. That'll be their second charge timeout. And so will we. Stay with us. Conclusion of this ball game coming up after this.
Takes timeout.
KMHS Sports is sponsored by Pinpoint Fence, the Kings Mountain Optimus, M&T Plumbing, the Gutter Guys, Butler's Outdoor Design, CGW Roofing and Construction, TCM Mechanical.
Thank you for tuning in. No matter where you're at, Kings Mountain or out of the state, out of the country, London, Dubai, Turkey, Cherville, wherever you might be.
You know, I'm glad you grouped that city in there because it's equivalent. Cherville is right up there with London and Dubai.
Quarterback keeper around the right side, nowhere to run. He'll lose 2 yards on it, so turnover on downs. South Point will take over 1st and 10.
Turnover on down. South Point will start at the 29-yard line. Check that, make it 30.
So South Point will take over 1st and 10 from their own 30-yard line. I believe next Friday is youth football night. So a lot of optimists and elite players in the stadium next week as we host Hunter Huss. Should be a good game. Come out and see it.
They're going to take a knee. Victory formation. Ball game will end.
So Victor, this is my wife's favorite play. She don't know why they don't run this more often. So victory formation, that'll start the clock, and it will continue to tick down. Stay with us. We'll take a break. We'll wrap up a couple of scores, and then we'll sign off. Stay with us. Mountaineer football right after this.
KMHS Sports is brought to you by Christy Sellers with Howard Hanna Real Estate, JWH Contracting, Carter Bank and Trust, live life to the fullest, The Venue at Turkey Ridge, Butler's Tire and Auto Service, and John Gamble with Carolina Golf.
We ask that you please
Back here live in Belmont, North Carolina, South Point High School, Lineberger Stadium. Mountaineers will be defeated 35-0. I can't hardly get that out of my mouth. Mountaineers will go to 5-3. South Point will go to 6-2. And they'll go up to 3rd place in the conference right now. Kings Mountain will fall to 4th. Just to wrap this game up, I mean, we started out good. It was dead there for a while, back and forth. We had a couple opportunities to score early, and then none late.
Yeah, I mean, it was a lot like it was last week. We couldn't get out of our own way. I mean, we were scrambling from the jump after I won't say from the jump. That's the wrong thing to say. I apologize. We were scrambling when we didn't capitalize on those scores, those opportunities to score. Not getting that touchdown called for us in the end zone in the first half. It's like last week. You know, we started out strong and then we fumbled and we just kind of fell apart. So we've got to find a way. I don't know what it is. I know the coaches are frustrated because they don't know what it is either. You got to find a way to get past that stuff and keep plugging. And right now, we're in a little bit of a funk, and we're not doing that. And it's a tough thing to watch because you know this is a good group of young men, and they work hard. But for whatever reason, they're just not able to get over that hump and get over things when they go south. But that's part of the way this game works. I mean, you're going to have adversity. And one of the things I've always said to players is how will you respond when adversity happens? And in the last 2 weeks, we've not responded well. So we've got to learn from this one, move on, and get ready for next week.
All right, let's just quickly check into any finals or any big games we see with the Caldwell Banker Farm Bureau, CNC Scrap Iron and Metal Scoreboard. Go ahead.
Okay, so we've got High Brighton 38-20 over RS Central. So most of these are reporting third quarter. I need to say that. or fourth. 31-21 set Stuart Kramer over Lincoln. Shelby's final 42-6 over East Gaston. Crest, the last I heard a moment ago, this score on NC Preps, they quit keeping it. Max Prep, excuse me. I heard it was 69-0 earlier. East Lincoln and Hickory. Hickory is now up 31-28 over East Lincoln. That's been a heck of a game. It's been back and forth all night. Of course, then my Max Preps or my NC Preps went away. Hang on, Drew. Just stay with me. I got to reset it. All right, here we go. No scoring to Freedom South Caldwell. We've got Bunker Hill losing to Ford 20-7. We've got West Lincoln 46-13 over Highland Tech. Drawn 26-10 over West Caldwell. I'm trying to give scores that are local to us. St. Stephen's 41-16 over McDowell. We've got Watauga, who is a 6A team, 42-14 over Alexander Central. That one could be, come into play for us. Maiden 28-13 over Bandy's. We saw Bandy's earlier, 38-14 East Burke Beach Chase. Cherryville loses or is losing to Burns, 38-6. I'm sure that's going to be a final if it's not already. So that would be the main ones for us, and we'll wrap us up for the week.
Well, thank you so much. Just a couple of announcements. Coach's show coming up this week. I don't know. We had to push it from Monday to Tuesday, and now volleyball possibly. We're trying to work on maybe streaming volleyball Tuesday from the middle school. So that's going to cancel out the coach's show. So we're going to just stay tuned to social media. We'll put it out there when we know exactly when it's going to happen. Once again, Mountaineers will be home next week to host Hunter Huss. That is youth football night, so especially if you've got any youths, that's one of my wife's favorite lines from my cousin Benny. Youths. Come out and support the Mountaineers. Even we've lost a couple this season, but we're still Mountaineers at the end of the day, and we're going to support them no matter what. Well, to close up, Mountaineers lose a good one here in Belmont. Thank you so much for tuning in. The presentation of Kings Mountain Touchdown Club. We could not do it without them, and we appreciate it. We'll see you down the road.
This has been a presentation of KMHS Sports and the Kings Mountain Touchdown Club.